Pop that.
What's up YouTube, Travster bringing you another video. So a lot of you have requested to see my Shen support runes and masteries, so I thought I would make a separate video of this so I can inform all of you, and then also in the future if people ask me I can send them to this video. So let's get into it. Shen support runes and masteries. This is my Platinum 5 account that I've been playing Shen support on. And let's start with the runes here. So in this account, this is like a pretty standard page. There are a few variations you can do with runes, which I will go over. Doesn't really matter though, but this is one of my favorite pages. Obviously it's because I run it on my Platinum account, so I'm a little try-hard on this one. But anyway, starting off, I run attack speed. Oh, that's my AP page. Hold up, Shen support. Oh, just so you guys know, both of my runes and mastery pages for this video are named Shen support. They're named the same thing, so if you look me up in here, look at my name, blah blah blah, you can go look at my runes and masteries again instead of referring back to this video. But anyway, let's get into it. I run attack speed marks. Probably the best way to get attack speed on Shen. Shen definitely needs attack speed for his damage. Obviously all of his damage comes from his Q, so the faster you can hit those empowered Qs, the more damage you're going to do. The next three things are all based on early game team fights, or not team fights, early game fights, engages early. So when you're playing Shen support, the way I play him is you want to play really aggro level 2 and level 3, and of course after that as well if it's going well. Shen is a lot like Leona in the fact that he's an all-in champion. You want to all-in engage and try to kill enemy team or make them blow flashes or do whatever you want them to do. So in order for that to happen without you dying, you need flat MR, flat armor, and flat HP. You can run scaling of all of those, but it really hurts your early engage. If you go in and you're super squishy early, you're probably not going to make it out of that fight very well. But this is a good way to ensure that you win trades by going flat MR, flat armor, and flat HP. So I get flat armor seals. By the way, these are all really cheap runes too. I think these are like 100 a piece or 100 something a piece. So they're really cheap, which is good because they're easy to make pages out of. So I run attack speed marks, armor yellows, flat MR blues, and then HP quints. So right off the bat, get armor, get MR, and then I get 78 HP, which leads me into my masteries. So masteries here, once again, called Shen support, if you guys want to look it up. I run out of speed, let me try that again. Boom speed out of combat, wanderer. I like to roam mid a lot, especially once I hit level 2 and 3, because if nothing's happening bot lane and I can trust my ADC to farm well and not die, I can roam mid and try to get easy ganks off. Secret Stash, pretty much the only thing you can run as support. Merciless, and then Bandit, obviously Golden Come, can't beat that. Over here, there's a little bit more variation. I like to go, obviously, bonus armor and MR to give you that early flat armor and MR for the engages. It's really hard to lose trades when you go this rune page and this mastery page. It's really hard to lose trades. Boom Seed and Bush, same reason as Wanderer. I want to be able to roam. Once again, flat HP, which goes along with my flat HP quints. Reduced summoner spells. I like to have my flash and exhaust up as much as possible for a very obvious reason, so we can win trades and get kills. Once again, armor and MR. So you're going to have tons of armor and MR once you engage early at level 2 and level 3. Very unlikely that you lose trades. I almost always win lane as Shen support, but I usually lose the game. I'll cover that in a minute. Anyway, and then Bond of Stone. That's pretty standard for any kind of tank support. Bond of Stone's pretty much the hands down winner there. But let's get into why I think Shen support and just Shen in general is not very good in ranked right now. Let's look at my match history. Have I played on this recently? What's the day? The 23rd, 26th? 3 days ago. So I wanted to make a video of me using these runes and masteries that I just talked about, but I tried to do it for 5 games, and I lost every single game. The sad part is, we won lane 4 out of those 5 games and took first tower, but we weren't able to close the game. And my thoughts on that, one, Shen is pretty worthless right now. As much as it pains me to say that, like I still love Shen, even though he kind of sucks right now. But Platinum Plus, his win rate is 45%, and it's slowly falling. He just isn't very viable right now. Even if you win lane like I'm doing, when it comes down to team fights, you're just not able to do what other supports can do. He has CC, he can peel, but if your team is behind, which most of the time they are, you're not going to be able to win those fights because, yeah, you're peeling for them, and yeah, you're tanking for them, but they're not doing enough damage to kill the enemy, so you're kind of pointless. You just taunt in and die. Top lane, he has way too many counters. He gets poked out a lot. No sustain now. They nerfed his HP, they nerfed his passive, they nerfed his Q. He's just having a really rough time top lane. And jungle, he's okay, but his clear is really, really slow. If he gets invaded and dies early, then he is pretty much worthless for the rest of the game. That being said, if you are able to pick into a lane where you know you can win, so let's say you get to pick into a good matchup that you like. For me, that's Irelia. I do really well against Irelias. Pretty much any, I don't want to say any AD melee, but a lot of them I do well. Any tank that you can rip through is pretty good. But even then, he really struggles to win the game. He may win lane, he may help your ADC get fed, but when it comes down to team fights, and if your team is behind, he's probably going to lose most of those fights anyway. What I'm trying to get at in this whole video, I love Shen, he's my favorite champion, but I'm not going to be playing him anymore in ranked because he is so team reliant. The reason you see him in the LCS all the time is because those are professional teams. They are very good teams, hence the whole team reliance thing. Like in the LCS, you can pick Shen knowing that your team knows very well how to play around Shen and how to win the game with Shen. In solo queue, that is like the complete opposite of team-oriented gameplay. It's called solo queue. Everyone's solo. No one cares about other champions. So it's really hard to play a team-based champion in solo queue, and that is exactly what Shen is. Shen needs a team. He needs people who knows how to play around him, and in solo queue, you're not going to get that. It used to be before, when he was a little bit better before the nerfs, like right after the rework, he was pretty good. And I was able to carry this account from, it was a fresh account, this one was. I got to Platinum 5 in 74 games with Shen only on this account. But nerfs came, more nerfs came, and now I'm still Platinum 5, like 300 games in, and it is just, it's crazy. It's really hard to win with him. And it has nothing to do with laning, it has nothing to do with anything else. He's just not that good of a champion. Even if I get ahead, I won't be able to carry with him, just because his kit just isn't that great right now, and he is very, very team reliant, and you cannot rely on your team in solo queue. Now, that being said, can a challenger player pick up Shen on a fresh account and get it to challenger with Shen only? Probably. But for me, I'm not a challenger level player. I'm a very bad player. I'll say, okay, I'm an average player. I'm platinum. I would say platinum is pretty average. It is like the top 10%, but there are still far, far better players. So I would say platinum's pretty average. I'm okay with them, but I'm not challenger level. I'm pretty sure a challenger level player could get to challenger with any champion, regardless of the win rate. I'm not that good. I admit it. I will never be that good. I don't have that desire. I just play leagues and enjoy it. But for me, I cannot carry with Shen, and I'm going to stop playing for the time being. Right now, I'm learning Kennen and a few other champions that look a lot of fun. Pantheon has a huge win rate. I think it's like 56 or something percent, Plat Plus or something like that. I need to pick up him. He's the highest win rate right now for Plat Plus, I think. And Kennen's really good for team fights. Really good laning, really good poke. Also really good damage AoE for team fights. So those are the two champions I'm working right now on my other account that I'm leveling. But anyway, I hope this helps you. Please do not let me push you away from Shen. If you want to learn Shen support or Shen top, Shen jungle, please let me know. I will do other videos for other roles about this, but from my perspective, I'm not going to be playing him in ranked, but I would totally encourage you to play him if you want to. If you don't really care that much, or if you want to try him in normals, I would definitely go for it. It's definitely a good champion to learn, but he's just way too team reliant right now to be useful, if that makes sense. A few of you have made the argument that, yeah, but you can use your ulti to save your team. Yeah, but what you don't realize is that when you use your ulti, you're not in lane. And when you're not in lane, you're not getting that gold, you're not getting that XP. So if you ulti somewhere to save someone, and you save them, but you don't get a kill, you don't get any gold, you're missing waves of XP and waves of gold in your lane. So you could obviously ulti in there, hope you don't take any damage or get poked while you're in the lane and then TP back to your lane right away, you're still going to miss some. And now your ulti's down and now your TP's down. So when your ulti's back up and you use it again, your TP's not going to be up that second time. So you're crippling yourself by using your ulti every time it's up as Shen. Unless you're going to get something out of it, which is really hard to do every single time. That being said, I love Shen. He's still my favorite champion. I'm still going to play him in normals. I really want to get him in Earth, but I haven't been able to yet because it's random now. But please let me know what you think of the video. If you think I'm crazy or just bad at the game and that Shen's really good, let me know. I think the win rates speak for itself. He was like a 50+ win rate, and then as the nerfs were coming in, now he's at 45, 44% win rate. So the numbers don't lie. And we're talking about average and up players. We're talking about Plat Plus here, those win rates. So it's about people who know how to win the game and are pretty good mechanically, maybe not the best, but pretty good mechanically, and they're still not able to win with them. So I don't think it's just me. Obviously, it's not just me, or the win rate wouldn't be that low. But yeah, I think I'm going to take a little break from Shen in ranked, at least. I'll still play him in normals. I'm having a blast with them, actually. I'm trying like different builds. I'll have to upload some builds that I'm doing. They're not practical at all. They're just fun. But anyway, please let me know what you thought of the video.